Hello. Hey, so glad you could meet me. Because I've got some things I've been wanting to talk to you about. You know, just stuff. Nothing major. Nothing major. Just, you know, CapCut and I are back together again. But this time it's changed. There's so much, they're so different. They've just really embraced this moment that I'm in, and all of the toxic stuff that was happening before just feels like it's in. You know what? I can't even do this right now. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. Yes, I am kind of back with CapCut for the moment, for a reason. We'll talk about that. That's not the reason that I've been away from YouTube. I mean, I don't think I've even checked into YouTube Studio in about 2 weeks. So this is going to be a little bit different of a notes to self for the month of March. Because, oh my gosh, like, what do you do when your month explodes? So, I'm Nick. This is Dr. Cranky Pants Reads, and we're gonna talk about where the duck I've been and what am I doing going forward. Okay, so let me start with the big thing. I have been gone, friends. I have not been even looking at YouTube. I haven't had time. Had a really nice spring break. Got some videos edited, got some things posted, got stuff ready, and then on my flight back from LA, there was a blizzard in Lincoln. And then my flight got canceled in Denver. And the next available flight was Tuesday. Keep in mind, I was flying on a Thursday. So that should have just been a sign of what I was getting myself into. Because work and personal life and just stuff has layered and layered and layered. And I'm not here to process that with you. That's not the purpose of this channel. You are not my therapist. My therapist is more than happy to take my money to help me talk through the last, nearly 2 weeks. But I feel like I've got actually a little bit of breathing room, which I haven't felt like I've had in a while. I have had to be away because I needed to do some other things. I'm not going to apologize for being away. I had stuff I needed to get done. I'm going to apologize if I let you down, and there are some people that I will be apologizing to for a very long time. Because when I get in that kind of gravitational moment where tons of stuff is just coming at me, I get so focused on just solving the problems as they come, and there have been problems, but nothing involving YouTube. Well, I mean, kind of. We're going to talk about that next. Because it would not be a notes to self if I didn't talk a little bit about process, which is going to be hard this month because I didn't actually put out a lot of videos. I'm not going to have the numbers that I typically talk about in these videos because when you don't care and feed your channel, it doesn't do much. We all know that. Some things that I've learned this month that aren't necessarily numbers related. Here's the reason why CapCut and I are back together for a very limited time, because, spoiler, I hate it. I absolutely hate CapCut now, which is just so surprising to me because I remember when I started to learn Premiere, I remember those first couple of videos going, oh my gosh, I miss CapCut so much. I'm back with CapCut and I hate it. Granted, I haven't touched a video editor since LA. LA was nearly 2 weeks ago. So yeah, but I hate it. Also, I think it's February 15th, or is that just tax day? One of the two, where I don't know if TikTok has come up with an agreement around what is happening. And so that may all go away again in November. I bought my iPhone Pro 16 because my old phone had died. I was starting to get more into the YouTubing of it all. And that seemed to be like an easy way to get a better camera. When I made the switch over into Premiere Pro, specifically in last month's Note to Self, I started to notice that footage coming from this camera was looking incredibly blown out. Incredibly blown out. And I couldn't figure out what was happening there. I thought, oh, it was just not knowing my lighting. I didn't know how to light as well as I could, and that would be something that I could get better at. I learned a little bit about lighting, and then it became, oh, color correction. The Spines and Sparks episode is looking pretty faded. It's not great. It's not great. If anything, March is making me feel not necessarily sad, but kind of, because some of the work that I've put out this month hasn't been great. That's not an invitation to, oh no, Nick, it's great. No, it hasn't been great. And part of that was not understanding some of the technical stuff behind it and gaslighting myself. Oh, I just don't know how to color correct, or I don't know how to light a video. When I did some research after trying to color correct, trying to figure out LUTs and what was going to work, and realizing that it had nothing to do with my lighting. It had nothing to do with my ability to color correct. It was actually about this phone. Because the default for an iPhone is something called HDR. And essentially what that does is it collects more data around your image. And Premiere doesn't process that. And so when you import an iPhone video into Premiere, it just looks, there are people who will be like, download my filter, or you just need to switch these things and it'll correct. And it doesn't work. None of it works. I tried it all. And I figured out that it was the iPhone because I was looking back across my spreadsheet. What I was noticing was that last month, editing in Premiere, all of my videos looked good. And all the videos that looked good were mediated by some other app, which automatically turned off the HDR. That left me with all of this footage that I've been collecting for various videos. And Premiere can't do anything with them. If you convert it, it looks faded and weird. Oh, and I just lied to you because the safety video was filmed on my iPhone, but because I made it look like an old VHS, I didn't notice the blowout as much as you normally would. So now I'm left with a bunch of HDR footage, and there's no real way to convert it, because when you convert it, it looks fuzzy. I need to figure out a slightly different way to do things. And I think the way that I'm going to do them from this point on is I'm going to try to get as many videos done in CapCut before CapCut shuts down again as possible. And I don't know how many that's going to be. I really don't know. Work has been crazy. I think anyone who's working in higher ed in the United States is going to tell you that work feels intense right now. But it hasn't all been bad. I submitted a grant to do some work with my LEd program. And part of that was building video modules and essentially buying myself some time and space to make those videos, project manage those videos. One of the things I've been working on the side has been my project management certificate through Google, because who knows what higher ed's going to look like, and I would like some skills that translate in the wider world. Part of the successful funding of that grant project was my ability to show them some of the work I had done on this channel and them recognizing it as good enough, and I'm okay with that for right now. And so I was given some funding to do some work around some of the soft skills that my pre-service teachers need as they're moving through practicums. That's going to have some implications for my presence here as I'm trying to re-enter this space and progress, not perfection, et cetera, et cetera. That's going to be happening. I'm going to have to pull back a little bit. I'm feeling some pressure for this, for the work that I'm doing there to be impactful, given kind of the climate that we're in right now. So I'm excited about that work. I am energized in a way that I haven't been energized in a while around that work, and I'm excited to see how those things pull together. Because I started this YouTube channel as a way to build up skills, as a way to have an authentic context for that kind of work. If I'm being really honest, I'm trying to think through how that's going to impact my participation here. I think I have a way forward. When I'm thinking about April and May, because I'm just forecasting forward, because I've had to lay out my timeline and my Gantt, like all the spreadsheets, all the tasks, all the time needed to finish those tasks. And April and May are going to be heavy lift months for me as I'm pulling this project together, bringing together all of the faculty, getting stuff drafted, written, et cetera, et cetera. So in April and May, I'm going to commit to 2 videos a month, which I don't love that feeling. I don't love pulling back so hard, but I want to underpromise and overdeliver. And my March videos haven't felt like they were of as much quality as I would like them to be. They were okay, but I've got some technical stuff I need to work out. I think I've got it somewhat worked out without throwing any additional money at things, though I did also in that Spines and Sparks episode break one of my lights. They were those old CFLs, compact fluorescent bulbs. That was fun to clean up. I do have some newer LEDs. We'll see how they work. But that was replacing one thing that I broke. My goal is to have 2 videos that are what you have come to expect from this channel, tags, etc. Like I said, I've got a ton of footage. I've got a ton of footage that is HDR, and I need to figure out what to do with it. Because once CapCut's gone, I don't want to learn Final Cut Pro. That's Apple's editing software, and it just makes me exhausted to think about learning something new. Particularly after just finally feeling like I got the Premiere part down. It just, ugh. it just feels exhausting. It just feels like one more thing, you know? And so, and that's kind of the feeling of the whole last 2 weeks. I just need one thing to go the way that it's supposed to go. Ugh. So that's a good segue, because I am dedicated to 2 videos every month. I'm probably going to do them on Thursdays, just because of kind of the way that it'll give me the weekend and a couple of days then to get them ready to upload during the week. But as I have time, I'm definitely going to work on other stuff. I've missed this. I've also got something happening with my children's literature course that I'm teaching this summer, where it's not quite clear, as university budgets are continuing to shrink, where video is going to be hosted. This is a redo year for my children's lit course, so I've been getting ready to record and re-record videos and update them for that children's literature course. I can host these videos anywhere as long as they're ADA compliant. So it makes sense in my head, because I don't know what's happening with the university video hosting site and how that's going to play out. Is it going to continue to be a resource, or isn't it? I'm just going to go with what I know and make it one less thing that I have to deal with. I'm going to start uploading those children's literature videos to this channel. If you find that there are videos on, I don't know, the history of children's literature, that's me trying to consolidate where everything lives. And putting them in spaces where I have more control over what happens if the video hosting source that we currently use goes away because of budget cuts. As I get through current video ideas, I'm not going to say I have a backlog. I don't want to feel any more behind than I already do. I do feel behind, but I'm trying to, you know, not feel overwhelmed by all of the stuff I have been ignoring because things were screaming at me for a very long 2 weeks. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. It feels good to be kind of back, which is weird, in front of a camera. But like I said, I've missed y'all, and it's good to be back. I just won't be back as often as I have been, but I'll be showing up in some other ways. And that's just for April and May. After May is done, project should be like wrapping up, and I should be in a slightly different place in terms of just my work life. Because man, that day job is turning into a day and night job. And then, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I know I'm not the only one experiencing this. I know I am not the only one who's trying to balance all of these things. Do I have any other YouTube videos to include in my description? I think I have one. Normally across the month, as I'm chatting with other YouTubers on their videos or leaving comments, I'm saving them so I can reference them later in my description, and I think I have one. I think it's Kevin's, actually. That's where I've been. I am fine. I am tired. I am really tired. Between work and the personal stuff, I'm feeling pretty out of bandwidth. And I know when I start feeling that way, that I need to start digging into some of the stuff that fuels me, because I've been very much beholden to other things, others' expectations, others' deadlines, all of that stuff. And so creative autonomy to an extent feels good. I'm not going to go over numbers in this video because March was kind of a nightmare. I did not maintain my consistency. I think with the previous release schedule that I've had, I was already tight. I was already cutting it close. I mean, I still have Alan's self-improvement tag. I had that video. I have all that footage ready to go, but I have to do it in CapCut because I've already done it once in Premiere, and it didn't look good. And I'm not going to do Alan like that. Like, I'm not going to do Alan like that. It's a good tag. Alan is a great booktuber. And I don't want to, I always try to up my production value. And I want to do justice to the tags that people have given me. I'm not getting emotional about this, am I? I need sleep. I just need sleep. I want to do justice to the things that I'm doing with people in this space. And I am very ambitious, and I need to cut that back a little bit. So, April and May, 2 videos a month. This has been a really weird notes to self. It's been a really weird notes to self. But stuff happens, right? And there's a couple of ways to come at it. And one is to just continue feeling guilt. I feel some guilt. I'm gonna not lie. I feel guilt about so many things right now. So many things. Because I feel like I had to drop so much in order to get other stuff done. And that doesn't help move forward. You make amends to those that, deserve an amend. And you just keep going. That's where we're at. We're just gonna keep going. So, I appreciate you. And I think I'm going to be able to pull together of what I read in March video, but it might not come out until later. But I didn't want to do that and then be like, oh, hey, I'm just here again. Like, that felt weird. So, arg. Progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. And sometimes, the algorithm. You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of the algorithm. And sometimes you're not even taking care of yourself. You're just taking care of everyone else. So I don't know if that actually stands true here. But with that, okay, now I appreciate you. I truly do. And I've missed y'all. And I will see you in the next one. There will be a next one.